Blink Publishing presents Another Day, Another Collar. Confessions of a Dog Trainer. Written and read by Steve Mann. Dedicated to Alpha, the reason this book exists. Legend. Introduction. I was 7 years old when I first ate a flip-flop, on the drive home from Walton-on-the-Naze. I was bored, I was curious, and I wanted to know why dogs chewed shoes. It felt amazing, a dopamine fix far exceeding the thrill of the seaside roller coaster earlier in the day. Turns out, the sole of a flip-flop is perfect for biting into, just like a banana is perfect for writing on with a ballpoint pen. Deeply satisfying. But here's the deal. You'll only know the pleasure if you do it yourself. And full disclosure, 2 hours later, it didn't feel so great. When I was a kid, my dream was to spend as many hours as possible every day with dogs. My teachers at school told me to forget that. Dog trainer isn't a real job, Steve, they said. They weren't the only ones to be suspicious of my choice of profession. I recently spent a morning training dogs in Hyde Park in London. After the session, covered in mud, I sat on a park bench with Pablo, my lovely old staffy and best friend. I had my eyes closed and head tipped back to feel the warm sun on my face. I held my empty coffee cup in one hand and gently stroked Pablo's chest with the other. We were both in a very special place, a place of contentment. In that moment, we were genuinely as happy as we could possibly be. After a while, I had that feeling of being watched. I opened my eyes and tilted my head forwards to spot a woman and her 2 children looking at me. Our eyes met. "Hello," I said. She smiled kindly and replied, "Hi," but as she spoke, she quickly took her 2 kids by the hand and walked away. As they retreated, I heard her say to them, "See, that's how you'll end up if you don't do what you're told." Sometimes, simply doing what you're told to do stops you from trying to understand. Like everyone else, I could see that dogs behaved in certain ways. Unlike everyone else, I became obsessed with trying to understand that behaviour. My obsession led to a lifetime of pulling on the thread labelled why. Why should a dog behave the way we want them to? Why would a dog behave the way we don't want them to? I'm still pulling on that thread, and I guess this book tells that story. It is not the type of memoir to go into granular detail. Rather, it's a series of stepping stones and signposts that show how I got from where I was to where I am, filtered through the lens of the dogs I've known and loved and my attempts to understand them. Each dog you'll hear about has taught me many more lessons than I could ever teach them, but I've tried my best to return the favours. I hope that, in listening to these stories, you too will find that by trying to understand our dogs, there's a potential to understand more about ourselves. I should warn you, however, that if you take advice from someone who once ate a flip-flop, you'll get exactly what you deserve. The Greyhound. I kind of hate myself for saying it, but I bloody adored going to Walthamstow Dog Track with my dad when I was a kid. Like all of us, whether we admit it to ourselves or not, my dad was a gambler. I remember him telling me that he loved watching greyhounds race because they always try their best. From as early as I can remember, I would accompany him most Saturday nights to the Stow. Even the walk from the car to the huge Art Deco stadium was exciting, full of anticipation and completely unjustified optimism. Welcome to Walthamstow Stadium. Please leave all logic at the gate as you enter. Excuses, yeah buts and if onlys will be issued at the exit. With a few lucky punts at the bookies, maybe Dad could turn the hot, sweaty 10-pence piece in my palm into £1 million, enough to buy my very own greyhound. I was always transfixed by the huge floodlit statue of a beautiful black greyhound in full flight wearing the iconic red No. 1 jackets. Once through the turnstiles, Dad and I would go our separate ways. He'd turn left towards the bookies on the rails to check out the odds. I'd turn right and head over.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?